Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not posted on here forever. Reintroduction for the 100th time. My name is Mia. I wanted to make a series on weight loss and everything surrounding it. I've lost over 100 pounds once in my life, and I'm currently 70 pounds down right now after gaining it all back. I wanted to give a little bit more of a detailed explanation on how I lost it, why I lost it, and how it's different from the first time versus now. I have a lot to say. This is going to be more of an introduction of me and then all the pros to losing weight, including the cons. Buckle up and let's jump right in. So I took matters into my own hands and wrote a little list of things that I wanted to cover in this video. I am the youngest daughter in a Hispanic family. You can imagine I was never told no, and I was around really good food 24/7. My relationship with food was partially something to kill time and instant serotonin. I ate when I wanted to. Now that worked in my favor for the majority of my childhood because I am very tall and currently standing at 6 feet tall. While I was growing, it wasn't an issue that I ate more because my body was using it as fuel. Once I reached my stopping height at 6 feet tall, that is when the food started to show, and I started putting on an immense amount of weight. I was 320 something pounds at my heaviest in high school. Ended up losing it, trigger warning, through an eating disorder, and gained it right back. I lost a lot of weight actually. I went from a size 24, 22 in jeans down to a size 10, and then I ended up going all the way back up to a size 22 in jeans. Losing weight the easy way, by starving essentially, is not healthy, and I do not recommend it because one, you could gain it back, or two, you could be seriously injured in a number of ways, and it could be permanent damage on your body, whether it be your nervous system, your immune system, or your ovaries as a woman. I was really unhappy after gaining all the weight back. Recently had a really traumatic medical situation happen to me, so I decided that I wanted to take my health more seriously. I am really fortunate to have a husband that takes care of his health, his body, and he works out a lot, so I felt it was only fair to kind of just jump on the bandwagon and follow along with him. I want to live a long and happy life with him, not just a happy life, a long one too. For reference, I am currently 70 pounds down after gaining it all back the first time, and I have an additional 50 to lose. So we are almost there. We are over halfway through, and that is amazing, but we cannot stop now. I'm making this video partially as like a holding myself accountable, a little fun, like, how would I say, like mark through the way. I get to look back and see where my mind was at and what I was feeling and what I looked like, right? Because you're seeing me right now. How I lost the weight, that can be a whole nother video. We won't get into that today, but I'm going to share the pros and cons. And then if you guys have any questions on a segment that you want to see next, I will definitely read the comments if there's any and make a video on that. Overall health. I would like to say that my quality of life is probably better, but I don't feel much different than I did before, other than just like I'm slightly less uncomfortable than I was before. After I gained the weight back the second time, I was very unhappy with my weight, but I was actually a really confident person, and I think the reason why I'm loving every version of me as I lose the weight the second time is because of how confident I was at 300 and whatever pounds. Confidence is something that I think no matter what weight or stage you are in life, you need to have confidence in yourself, and confidence doesn't mean necessarily that you think you fit a standard, or that you think you're skinny, or you think you're big, or you think you're this, or you feel this, or you feel that. It's that knowing that you are worthy to try for, and you are worthy to not give up on, and that you deserve to take up space in a room no matter how little or big you are. Now, those things have nothing to do with health. That just has everything to do with worth. Like, your self-worth does not change depending on those things. Your health does. So separate the two. My relationship with myself is definitely weird. I don't know, it's like I trust myself because of how far I've gotten, but I also don't trust myself at all because I also got myself back in the other position to begin with in the first place. So like I trust myself enough to know that like I've got this, but also that like I should not push boundaries, because when push comes to shove, I will eat my way back up to 300 pounds, and we don't want that. Money slash savings. I would say I spend like 25% less than I did before on food, because even though I'm eating less, the quality of food has gone up, and I buy it in bulk, so I don't know. There's pros and cons. Like you could definitely budget and like that be what's motivating you, but for me, I somehow find a way to spend money, so I had to be transparent there. Becoming skinny does not mean that you save money. You probably spend the same that you spent before. New wardrobe without having to shop, and then with shopping. This is so random. The clothes you already own right now will fit you completely different every 20 to 50 pounds you lose. You will have a whole new wardrobe every set amount of months without even having to shop. When I tell you, things just fit you different and it feels like you have a new wardrobe. I'm happy about that. Downside is that when you become too small, you need the new wardrobe. Things like t-shirts, sweatpants, things with drawstrings I can keep. My leggings were really tight on me before, so now they're fitting me comfortably. Once I'm down at my goal weight, I am gonna have to get rid of most of my athletic wear, unfortunately. Upside is that like you get to feel and look better in all the clothes you already own, but it depending on how much weight you have to lose, you definitely could like end up needing a whole wardrobe. So, you know, pros and cons to that. Also, I need to make a disclaimer. Hopefully I put it at the beginning of the video. But on my TikTok, one of the biggest questions I get is how tall am I, and loose skin. So I answered the how tall am I. I'm 6 feet tall. Loose skin. I would say when I lost weight the first time, I didn't have any loose skin because I was really young. I was like freshly 18, like 17 turning 18 when I lost it. It's been a couple years. It's been about 6 years since then. My skin is not as elastic as it was at the ripe age of 17. So I do have a little bit of extra skin. This is probably gonna look worse once I'm down the full 150 question mark pounds. So, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I do not plan to get any skin removal. The final thing that I kind of wanted to touch base on, I don't want to answer too many things because I want it to be a series where we can like stretch it out, but how you are treated before and after weight loss. This is my personal experience, and I don't want to take away from anyone else's and say that like this isn't absolute, because it's not. Anyone could have had a different experience than me, but been in the same position. The first time I lost the weight, I did have friends and boys treat me differently. Wasn't expecting that because in the beginning of my weight loss, everyone was treating me pretty normally. It wasn't until I was down a significant amount of weight that I felt like very few handful of friends started to treat me a little bit differently. Some for the better, some for the worse. And with the boys, it was just like people that used to, you know, look past me or not pay attention to me. All of a sudden I exist, or all of a sudden I'm a girl to them, being that I'm tall and I was stocky and I dressed like I worked at Zoomies. I'm sure most of the guys that I was friends with in high school would describe me as a man, not a woman. So when I lost weight and I started being more feminine, that was really a weird shift. But it wasn't many, like maybe a handful. When I gained the weight back, nobody treated me differently. I think, unfortunately, because I'm a woman and I have curves, the catcalling and the this and the that did not stop. The type of man that was catcalling me changed for sure. When I was heavier and bigger, it was like older men or men that like you could tell liked thicker women. And then when I was thinner, it was more like teenagers, like young boys, you know. And so now that I've lost weight the second time, this is the best experience thus far. Maybe because I'm not like skinny yet, I'm just like the in-between size. I'm like mid-sized right now, but I actually haven't had any catcalling. Like, I've been left alone. I think it's because of this beautiful big fat rock I have on my finger. I like to think that like when men see me out, that they see my ring, they check for a ring, and then they leave me alone. So no catcalling, thank God. No weirdos, people making comments, nothing like that. friends, because of who I filtered out the first round of losing weight, I have had no issues. All my friends are super supportive and are literally hyping me up every single day. So that's probably the most fun part about losing weight the second time, is that like I'm doing it with an audience of girls that are just like rooting for me to win. So such a blessing, thank God. To be honest, I think more people comment on like how proud of me they are. Sorry, let me reword that. More people are openly talking about how proud of me they are after seeing me go through the different things I've experienced and somehow maintain weight loss, marriage, running a business. I run a business, I'm a hairdresser, and maintain a relationship with God, which I'm working on. Hopefully some of this made sense and answered some of your questions on like, what will this look like? What will that look like? I'm gonna leave it there because I could definitely talk for hours, but if you guys wanna see any specific videos, please comment them, please DM me, please text me. I'm gonna list all my socials down below that are for weight loss. I think right now it's just TikTok, but I may make an Instagram. I'm gonna use my personal YouTube as my health and lifestyle situation platform. But yeah, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'm excited to see what the future holds and to continue this journey with you guys. I wish I would have started filming YouTube sooner because I think that you guys would have benefited from that, meaning like felt less alone in your journey, but we will see. Other than that, please subscribe if you are not subscribed. Join my little family. I will be posting this on TikTok hopefully, so that way I can reach a bigger audience, because I know my YouTube is very quiet and the videos I have on here from before are very cringy, but I'm pretty sure that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a blessed morning, night, weekend, weekday, Monday, Friday, whatever, and take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.